few issues of physical geography as well. Physical geography is quite scientific, and current affairs of physical geography is linked with mainly climate change, etc. Can you tell me that in physical geography, we divide physical geography in three parts: geosphere, atmosphere, and also hydrosphere. As far as one more part is there, biosphere, that we have discussed in Indian perspective as well, environmental issues. We will discuss biosphere part within the geosphere, within the atmosphere, within the hydrosphere, because you know it very well that physical geography, whenever we say, then three sections are there. This part we call geosphere, the crust mantle core together. This part we call atmosphere, the layer of atmosphere, and also oceanic area, normally hydrosphere. And biosphere is nothing but a common area of these three. So we can discuss biosphere, environmental issues even within the geosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere. As far as this part is concerned, geosphere, in which we discuss crust mantle core. Recently, one kind of news came that two kind of continental areas have been discovered. One area is called by one name, one continental area, Zelandia. So in geosphere, one kind of continent discovery that we call Zelandia. Zealand is linked with which country? New Zealand. It means if you see in the world map, it is Indian area, it is Southeast Asia, and this side we observe it is Australia, and then here the location of which country? New Zealand here. But New Zealand to this side, the kind of Pacific Ocean though we have, but we observed that beneath this Pacific Ocean water, the crust we are observing, that is continental crust actually. New Zealand to one island here that we call Caledonia Island. Which island? Caledonia Island, northward. That is basically overseas territory of France. France is controlling this island. This particular continental area that we call Zealandia is this area. Most of the area except New Zealand and Caledonian few island is below water, above water, below water. So only you can say more than 90% area of Zealandia is submerged, and very small area is above water like New Zealand or Caledonia. So that is a kind of continental crust we are observing in that zone. Could you tell me that earlier in past around 200 million years before, one South America and one you can say African land, also India, Australia and all these were called by which name? Even Gondwana land. Then breaking of Gondwana land, you can say in which time? Around 200 million years before, due to internal heat, this land got divided around 200 million years before. Then that time when division was occurring, then in this side Australia, we consider only one plate, Australian side, continental plate, but even some kind of this area was also continental area was there of Gondwana land, and division took place. Indo-Australian plate moved on this side, but this part remained on Zealandia part remained here. So Zealandia, a kind of land, a continental type, part of which land? Gondwana land. That was broken around 200 million years before, and most of the land is below water, above water. This land below water, submerged. In which land is visible? New Zealand and Caledonia side. One more kind of continental discovery or continental rocks have been found that is in that zone. For example, it is Africa, and you see near Africa one island country is there. We have very good relationship with this country, and a lot of Indians also living in that area, especially from Bihar, Mauritius. So one island is here, Mauritius. Mauritius country is very close to Madagascar, but same way, just like you can say Zelandia and Australian land got divided. Similarly, once Gondwana land was breaking, then even this area, the Mauritius land also formed. But once we have seen in recent time, beneath the Mauritius, rather than oceanic crust in this ocean, we are observing continental crust. And we have found a continental crust that is beneath the Mauritius. Can you tell me continental crust normally older crust or younger crust? Very old, 4 billion year old even. But oceanic crust is quite younger because continuously volcanic eruption is coming and then formed here. So oceanic crust is younger, but which crust is older? Continental crust is quite old crust, and we are observing that in this sea area near Mauritius, the kind of rocks are there. We find one kind of particle, zircon particle. Which particle? Zircon. Zircon is a kind of particle found in continental crust, especially in which rock? Basalt or granite? Granite. Granite is found in continental crust or oceanic crust? Continental crust. Even the age, once we have calculated, it is approximately 4 billion year old. So it is indicating that though Mauritius, just like New Zealand and this Caledonia, even in that area, that we have Mauritius, beneath that the kind of rocks we have, which kind of rocks we have? Continental crust. It is also submerged into water, maximum portion. But zircon is indicating in these rocks, mineral ridge belt, that is indicating continental crust part. So which kind of continental land have been recently discovered? One in Pacific Ocean, by which name? Zelandia. Another is near which country? Mauritius.